Okay, we are down in the museum once again for a
Mm-hmm.
conversation um, that has been brought up a couple of times, and we've also talked about it amongst ourselves. And the the topic today is how do we feel about each other's collection,
Oh
and
yeah, okay.
what is there anything we would like to see in the other person's collection?
I see.
Yeah. So,
Interesting.
mm-hmm.
Interesting. What do I think of the other person's collection? What do I think of my significant other's collection?
Mm-hmm.
It's a pile of crap. It's crap. It's crap. Sorry, my J. Jonah Jameson impersonation. It's crap. Give you $100 for it.
No, yeah.
The no, I like your collection. And I think the thing that I like the most about your collection is that you enjoy it so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's really what it's all about. Doesn't matter what it is, it matters what it means to the individual. And we had that discussion kind of some time ago about when your spouse or your significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever, fiance, doesn't get it,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And we see a lot of those conflicts where people, they're married to somebody and the other person doesn't like it, or their collection is in their space, and you go in there and you do whatever you do in there, and the other person never comes in,
Mm-hmm.
and but they pick and pick and pick and pick. And you know, if your spouse, girlfriend, I don't know, whatever, boyfriend has a collection and you don't like it, at least respect it is the thing. And actually, we were just seeing something like that, watching another channel, what New 80s Revolution, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we do watch that channel here off and on. And he was answering questions and had somebody sitting there saying that, you know, I like your channel, you really inspired me. I'm having issues with my girlfriend though. My
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend doesn't like my collection. I may have to stop collecting. No, you need a new girlfriend. Seriously, because she's trying to steal your joy. She's trying to keep you from doing something that you really enjoy, that she wants no part of, and that she can't even respect you enough to let you just enjoy your hobby. You're going to get rid of your stuff, and then you're going to break up anyway or be miserable.
Yeah.
You know?
Not only that, it's today is your collection. What is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know,
It
and
won't stop there.
and the collection is a big one. You know, that's not even baby steps. You didn't even build. You know, it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I
really.
don't like those shoes. Can you get rid of the shoes? I don't
Mm-hmm.
like the way you dress. Let's change that. Let's change your haircut.
Uh-huh.
Let's be vegan. Yeah, you know,
Never go into any relationship. I know we got way off track.
I know.
Never go into any relationship thinking you're changing somebody.
It ain't
Okay?
gonna
If you
work.
can't accept them exactly the way they are as you find them, there's going to be problems.
Yeah. And I mean, people grow over time.
Sure.
And you grow together and you change
Hopefully.
together,
Yeah.
hopefully for the positive, for the good.
Yeah.
But don't go in thinking, oh yeah, I'm about to fix this.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, a lot of
A
women
lot of.
feel that way. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you need hair a little rough around the edges, but I'm gonna buff that out. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
But back to the question,
Yeah,
how
about
do
your
you feel
collection.
about my collection?
I like your collection.
What do you like
I
the
like the way
most?
that it's organized.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mixture of vintage and modern,
Mm-hmm.
and I like how everything you have some kind of an attachment to. You got Thundercats because you're a big fan of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Masters of the Universe because you're a fan of that show. You know, things like that. You, there's little that's kind of willy nilly, and that can happen, and
Mm-hmm.
another subject of discussion for another day. That sometimes you can come across something in collecting. I know I've done it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's out of your wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not something from your nostalgia or whatever, and you look at it and you're like, that's really cool though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I might want to get that anyway. You know,
Mm-hmm.
why not? What the hell, right? I'll make it fit. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, and you've got some interesting pieces to admire over there too. And
Mm-hmm.
I know the most stand out, of course, is the vintage Masters of the Universe
Mm-hmm.
figures and vehicles and accessories that you have. I mean, that'll catch anybody's eye who knows anything about 80s toys. And it's like, wow. But there's other stuff that I'm just as impressed with, like the Swamp Thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Kenner vintage Kenner Swamp Thing set that you have that's based on the cartoon, which of course the toys weren't selling, so they pulled the cartoon, canceled the line.
Yeah.
When that happens, I mean that's what happened to these. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they made one wave, and you know, in Humanoids, one wave, toys weren't selling, so they said screw the show and took it off the air. That's what happened to all those old vintage cartoons that you used to like, guys. Even Masters of the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
When the toys stopped selling, they said pull the plug. We're not paying for this, and that's it. Boom. But
Anything you would like to see added, like a line or something?
um, I don't know. I mean, something that you don't have that I think that you would enjoy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure really. I'd like to see you expand on some of the Ghostbusters, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that those are getting up there.
Way up
Yeah,
there.
the original Kenner Ghostbusters line is getting expensive, and I know you have a complete set of the monsters, the
Mm-hmm.
Universal monster types, which is pretty cool, and that's a good way to do it too, guys. You know, you can't jump in on the whole wave; it's overwhelming. You know, big, expansive waves or series like Ninja Turtles, 80s Joe, you know, any of that stuff, you can pick a grouping,
Yeah.
which is what she did there. Okay, let's start with this. I'm going to get all of their quote unquote Universal monsters because they're kind of takes on the Universal monsters because they're not too expensive. I can complete the set. What are there, 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's not bad to knock off. Um, I'd like to see you do the Space Ghost. I
Mm-hmm.
know Figures Toys Company. They only made
I
two
know.
packaged ones, because you like the Mego style,
Yeah, I like the
eight
Migo
inch.
style. I wish they had did the other two characters.
Yeah, they just Figures Toys Company never got back to it. They just kind of ditched it. But because you know you've got the Twilight Zone and the Outer Limits.
Yeah.
Or Outer Limits weren't carded though, right? You got
No,
the
the outer limits are the
six
sideshow
scale.
6 scale.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got all the carded Twilight Zones, which is cool. And I
Yeah.
like that style of figure too because I'm an old school like Mego fan. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have many anymore because of what happened, but you know I've got just a few scattered here and there. I got a couple of Star Trek and Space 1999 back there. Doctor Who's up there, which
Mm-hmm.
is technically Mego. You see the Tom Baker there, my favorite Doctor Who, and those are hard to come by because they were only sold in Europe. But you know, stuff like that. I'd like to see you be able to do more of that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
And of course, again, you run into stuff. You find other things at the conventions. That's one of the reasons why I like going to the shows, is because you might spot something that you forgot about or
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize. It's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I could do that. I could totally get into doing this.
Okay.
Well, what about since you asked me the question? Let's
Um.
ask you.
Well, I like the collection. I admit at first when we first got together and you had some stuff, I did not. I did not like it because it wasn't organized. And then
Now, I didn't really have too much space
yeah.
back then, guys, so it was hard for me to. Yeah, it looks like super neat. We've gotten compliments where people have said, "God, it looks like a store. It's so well organized."
Mm-hmm.
It took a lot for us to get to this point.
Yeah. So at first I didn't understand all that because it wasn't organized. It was just kind of piled up. And then
Yeah.
we talked about, because I just wanted the room that it was in clean. And he straightened it up. And then once I got into collecting, then I saw his collection more. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I'm seeing this. And then once we moved here and he pulled a lot of it out, I was like, oh, wow. Okay, now this stuff is nice. I like the box. I like the colors. I like the artwork on it, because you helped
Yeah.
me to appreciate the artwork in the boxes and how the things look in the box. I like the way that you have it organized. You got it categorized by decade.
Yeah.
I got mine by genre. You got yours by decade. Um, you know,
In most cases.
yeah, and as
There's a
much as
couple
you
where,
can,
yeah.
or it's grouped up like let's see if I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but over no, because it's behind there. But that it's some Boy Scouts, but
Well,
then
I
the
can
Boy
shift that real
Scouts are
quick.
with some other things that look like Boy Scouts.
There, you can see back there now, right?
Yeah. See the
and
Boy
it's
Scouts.
mixed in with the Ferga mic, which used a lot of the scout pieces. Ferga's an Italian company.
Yeah. So, when you see everything together, the marks and then the Indians and the Lone Ranger and all them things up there, they look good when they're together,
Yeah.
and when it's organized and put together. So that, you look at it, because I've never watched Inhumanoids. We've seen a couple of episodes of Brave Star.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it. A couple of episodes of Cops. But we'll get back to it. But you really appreciate it when you see the show and then you see the toy.
Make the association.
Yeah, you can put everything together. So I like all that stuff, and I hope that you get more into the G.I. Joe, because I love the boxed G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
And I like when it's a lot of G.I. Joes together in the boxes and the play sets
Those
and all of
prices are
that
getting
stuff.
up there, though.
I
I wish I
know.
still had my old collection.
And then I just like how everything looks on the shelf. When you
Yeah.
get to the shelf and you look at it, and it looks together on the shelf. It's pretty cool, I think. So what is your goal, your
Well,
end
also,
goal? Oh,
you had asked me do what would I like to see you have? What would you like to see me do more of?
I said the G.I.
Besides
Joe.
the GI. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Was that it?
well, I like the carded G.I. Joes, especially the vehicles, because I like the boxes. Not so much the soldiers or the figures, but the play sets in the vehicles I love in the box. I know you had a big Star Wars collection. I like to see you do that. And just complete some of your lines, because you don't have a lot of completed lines.
Most of the completed stuff I have, it's a small line. Like the Electro Man there. That's complete.
Well, it's one.
Well,
So
two,
you don't
because
owe those two.
Zog goes with him. So 2 pieces, done. I just...
But I mean, like the bigger stuff, like Brave Star and Chuck Norris.
Well,
and...
Chuck Norris is complete.
Oh, okay.
That's all Kenner did because the show got canceled. And I love the card art on these too. They look like watercolor paintings. It's interesting, but yeah, that's the entire Kenner Chuck Norris line.
Oh, okay.
Brave Star is going to be a bit harder.
Yeah,
'cause
like
there's a lot
Brave
of-
Star, Wish You Complete.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know that they're expensive, but
Oh, yeah.
they look good on the shelf.
Yeah, they do.
They do look good on the shelf, looking at all the cards and everything, what have you.
And I
But-
love the historical value of it. That's why, for us, we do like it in the box, and we don't mind if there's a little price tag. Not a huge one,
Yeah.
but a little price tag, like that's cool. It gives it some history. I like that.
So what What is your end game for your collection? Where do you see yourself going
Oh my
with it
God.
in like 5 years?
In 5 years.
Roughly,
Okay.
give
I
or
don't
take.
I don't know. Well, you know, I would like to see us each with a room this size. Really. Because something we've talked about, we're blessed with a large bonus room.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the points that comes up. A lot of people, they don't have the space to make
Mm-hmm.
displays, and that makes them an easy target for naysayers.
Yeah.
People are like, can you see your collection? Do
Yeah.
you can you enjoy your collection? And there are people with a lot of pieces and not too much space. And oh, what's the name of that channel?
MIB?
Master Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. MIB Master Museum. He's got a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
small space, rotation, rotation,
Yeah.
rotation. And then he can see everything that he has. He keeps it real minty. You knew who I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnny.
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't want to say his name because, sometimes people don't like their names to be said, but he doesn't care. Just force a habit because I don't like to call people out too often. But yeah, MIB Master Museum, 1979, I think it says. But he's got way more stuff than he has space for, and people have picked on him for it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can't see your collection.
So what?
He knows it's there.
Yeah.
And
And you know the thing about that too, when you rotate it out, you can wipe things off.
oh yeah,
You can get it nice and
clean as
dusted.
you go. Yes.
And when you pull the next thing out, you wipe it down, you dust it, you can look at it, you can give it a nice inspection. Because
Yeah.
some people got a lot of space, they never dust.
True. Or they have a big display and they go and they do their tour. I'm not trying to pick on them because I don't know what their life is like or what kind of time they have, but you can see layers of dust on things, and it's like, wow, dude, and it can be overwhelming for a lot of people that don't have a routine. It's important to set a routine. We have a routine where we come down here and clean up.
Yeah, we have cleaning
Yeah.
day where we come down, put the music on, and you just clean up.
We love hanging around down here anyway. Read and listen to music and talk and hang out and move things around because nothing ever can stay where it is.
Yeah, it got to be moved.
Yeah, you have to work stuff in. I had to do a bunch of shifting back there to get that Mr. Rogers Neighborhood trolley in there last week.
You
Remember?
got it somewhere?
Yeah, it's you see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
it.
managed to get him in there. I had to make some adjustments because I wanted to keep him over there in the retro 70s early childhood memories kind of wall there. But yeah, I would love to see us, because we've talked about, if we have our plans and we have other stages in mind of where we'll live and things like that. I would like to see us both with a bonus room this size. Hopefully adjoining, so that we can hang out with each other still. I really love that. I love sharing the time with you. I'd like to be able to complete some of these lines.
Yeah.
There's a few that are hanging by a thread just because it's so freaking hard to complete, like the plastomarks that you pointed out up there when you said the Lone Ranger and stuff. Those are like South American Marx figures, the Atrovitos Dynamicos. I'm missing one
Oh, wow.
from that set. It's another soldier because there's 3 soldiers in the set. You know how hard those are to find in the art boxes because there's 2 versions of the box. The art box versions are very hard to find because the art is outstanding and people just really like them. I don't know how many years I'll be looking for it. Or the product people. I'm missing Frankenberry. The only one I need. Been more than 15 years now trying to put that set together. And the last time it came up, it got so astronomically expensive I couldn't keep going. They're so hard to find. So yeah, there's a few that are hanging by a thread. I'd like to be able to finish some of these lines or dig deeper into a few, like the $6 Million Man. I used to have everything $6 Million Man. I'd like to get back to having a filled out collection of that. There's other lines I've kind of put on hold I'd like to get back to, like the Fisher Price Adventure People. Love the Fisher Price Adventure People. Haven't picked any up for a long time. You know. And how about you? What are your end goals, or hopefully goals within the next 5 years?
Well, I'm gonna keep going with my Masters of the Universe. I'm gonna get that filled out.
Yeah, and of course you have that segment that we do
Yeah.
with the Master's Journey.
So I'm gonna fill that out, and then as things become available on bids on eBay, if something comes up, I'll look at that if it's in the price range.
Yeah, because that can be tough too.
Yeah, especially getting at the ones that I need now. They're more expensive, so I'm looking to finish that up. I'm not really starting too many more lines. Like you said, the Space Ghost is only 2. I want to finish up Dukes of Hazzard.
And she means the Amigo 8-inch.
Yeah, the
Dukes of
Amigo
Hazzard.
8-inch
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard. I want to finish that up. I'm working on my Batman the Animated Series, so there's a couple of things there I want to
Yeah.
I want to finish up. I'm working on the Ninja Turtles and the Thundercats from Super 7. So as they continue to put stuff out, I'll get those. And like he said, we're hoping to move, and maybe when we get the next place, we'll have more space and we can do something else with that. We can put up more displays, more shelving, more lighting, places for the statues. I don't like how the statues are, I call them open air, because they're just like kind of sitting on the table. They're not protected in any way.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could encase them somewhere. It's just the way this is set up, that's what works best.
Yeah, that's what works for us now. So, we're dealing with that. And right now we're content the way it is. We wish that we could do something else. But, yeah, that's what I see.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got anything else you want to talk about, your collection, or yours or mine?
Oh, we can talk about the collection all day, which we often do, and we do on the live streams too.
Yeah.
People ask us a ton of questions. But yeah, I think that about sums it up. I like to be able to wrap a few things up and dig further into. Another one that I'd like to dig further into is the Pee-wee's Playhouse. From Matchbox. I used to have the whole line of that, and I've just got a couple of pieces back there, nothing close to what I used to. Be nice to get back into a few lines and complete a few, get a few more that are situated. It's not so easy.
Yeah.
Certain pieces that it's, even though they're not terribly expensive, they just never come up. They never come up. The Marx Archies, I think 1976 Archies, 76 or 75. I've got all the figures. They have a bunch of outfits. I'm not worried about getting carded outfits. I'd like to get the jalopy, because it's the only vehicle. It goes with them. Never comes up. When's the last time there was a jalopy in the box on eBay that wasn't beat to death? And if it did come up, maybe at the most $150. That's not too bad, but they don't come up. I pointed out before, rare doesn't always mean valuable.
Yeah, because I forgot, I'm also working on my Care Bears collection.
Oh, that's right, the Kenner, and she means the Kenner action figures.
Yeah, the action figures.
Not the stuffed animals.
Yeah, the action figures, because it's 3 different ones, but I'm doing the action figures
3 card
with
styles.
With the accessory. and they rarely come up. They're not expensive when they come
And
up.
people don't know about them.
Yeah, but they rarely ever come up. And then when they do, somebody got like all of them and they put them on bids. So, you know, they're kind of hard to finish up.
Yeah.
But you know, it's some things out there, you know, we're going to be looking at, but yeah.
We shall see.
We shall see.
Wish us luck. Uh-oh.
Alexa
It's a ghost
reminding us.
reminding you.
Yeah, I know.
Alexa pestering you.
I know.
You hear it's like spirits in the house.
Well, anyway, you don't have anything else?
No, I guess that's about it for now on that particular subject.
Okay.
You know, and I could ask other people too. I mean, you have end goals in mind, or is it just a never-ending journey? And for a lot of people, it may be a never-ending journey because you may finish with everything that you think you want to do, and then find something else.
Yeah. Or you might be working on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
You know, piece by piece, and that's fine too. You know,
baby steps.
Yeah, cause you can't go out something out unless you got a bottomless pit bank account and
Which
just
would be
buy.
nice.
Yeah, just buy everything.
We've been accused of that before. It's like, God, what are you guys, millionaires?
I know.
Hardly. You know,
I wish.
We're just savvy and
Yeah.
patient.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, on my end, some of it's trades, some of it is going to conventions and being real frugal. And
Wheeling
it's-
and dealing,
yeah,
shucking and
basically,
jiving.
which is another topic of discussion I was going to do on another day too. Is you know, how to work conventions, but yeah, it's just a lot of hard work, guys. It's not necessarily a lot of money. I wish, because it would be a lot easier to just pay whatever people are asking and bang bang pop it off because you don't care how much it is.
Yeah.
Must be nice. But anyway, yeah, tell us what your goals are, guys. Get the conversation going. And I don't know, is there anything else?
No, that's all.
Well, if that is all, then what more can I say? But thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.